kind of cool in my life. I can't really tell. Oh, okay, so I guess I gotta go live like this. Well, hey guys, oh, okay, so I guess I gotta go live like this. Well, hey guys, oh, okay, so I guess I gotta go live like this. Okay, I think I did it. So this is usually where I record at. It's just a desk in my sister's room, and I record my videos in this gaming chair. But I guess I have to record this video in portrait mode, because I guess that's how you do mobile live streaming. But yeah, I have to clean up the spot because it's a little dirty. But this is how I usually record. So I guess I'll just try to give you guys a little behind the scenes of like how I record my videos. And then I'll get to the review, but it won't let me do horizontal mode, so I have to do it all in portrait mode like this. So this is the vlogging stick I use. It's just a little small one that I got from Amazon. So I'll have to set that up. And I usually just set it up in that chair over there. There's a chair in that corner. And then I just use the desk for all like, my props and stuff. Like, actually, I need to go get the wire for the video. Need to go get the wire. Alright, so let's go back in here. Set it up. Can you stop? Close the door. Alright, so let's set this thing up. Okay, so I gotta put you guys on this vlogging stick. I've never done it horizontally before, so hopefully it looks decent. Alright, so I got you guys on the vlogging stick now. And so, I'll show you usually how I take my how I record it is, and I think I just broke the vlogging stick. Okay. Alright. Oh, look, I have a live chat. I didn't even see that before. So live streaming for the first time. It's actually, I think I prefer just like recording it. That way I can use like editing and stuff. Live, I can't really edit, but I guess it's fun to show you guys how I do things behind the scenes. So like, for my facts for all my videos, I just have this notebook. I usually like look at it before I start recording. That way I can have all the facts. I won't have to keep looking down at it. But sometimes, if I do have to look down at it, I'll just edit that out inside the video so you guys don't really usually see it. But I just broke my tripod trying to put it in vertical mode, because I always use it in horizontal mode, but now I broke it, so yeah. So I guess I'm gonna have to use something else. Let's try to record. And it's in horizontal mode, so I guess it's not as hard as doing it. Well, let's see if I could just... Okay, so I got it to sit up by itself, so now I have both my hands free. And so yeah, that's usually how I just set up. I just have to clean up my area. It's just like a desk in my sister's room that we use for school, since we're homeschooled. But yeah, I have this. I have the facts for the Pro and Pro Max, and then I have the facts for the base model and the Plus model. And I usually keep it off to the side where you guys can't see. But yeah, that's just how I do that. And then I'm filming on the iPhone 15 right now. This is the blue color. Then I also have this green color. And we also have black. And I think my mom has a yellow, so that's what we have. And then I got the cord here to show you guys during the review. And then so yeah, that's usually just how I set up. Oh, this live chat is cool. I can see it as you guys it pops up. Ooh, and I can see it at the top too. It's pretty cool. But yeah, when I usually edit it, I don't really like having, I don't know why, I just don't like having all this extra room on top, so when I usually edit my videos, I like crop it down. And this probably like you horizontal mode, so it doesn't like show all this at the top, so like you guys can see like all that. And this chair is kind of like low, so that's how I use I'm doing that. But yeah, that's how I set up. And like you guys can't see the notebook over to the side, that way it doesn't look like I'm looking at facts, but sometimes I'll like talk to the camera and then I'll like, I want to make sure that I'm telling you guys everything, all the facts about what I'm reviewing, so I like make sure I have the notebook right here like next to me. I don't have like a teleprompter behind the thing to make sure, but I do have like just a notebook. But yeah, and then I have all my props that I use during the videos off to the side where you guys can't see it, but I just like pull it off from nowhere like a cord, and then I'll talk about the phone and just pull the phone out of nowhere, get the phone right here. But yeah, that's just how I do it. So I guess we'll get into the review since it is a live review. So I guess first we'll talk about the base model and the plus. So the prices. So the base model, which is be this one right here, is green. It doesn't really look green through the camera. It kind of looks more like a white. The only part that looks green is the Apple logo on the glass. But yeah, that's the color. But this base model, it would start at $799 base, like just the basic storage, basic everything. But if you wanted more storage, and I'm pretty sure the colors are this. The colors are the same price for all. So the price for the color doesn't matter about the price. But the storage does matter. So if you wanted storage, more storage, it will go up. But it starts at $799, and then the plus version would start at $899. But then of course, as you upgrade storage, it's gonna be like more. So first we'll talk about the battery life. So the battery it uses, now you can use a USB-C charger as this. This is what comes in the box. Actually, it's a nice braided cord. So it's not like the those cheap ones that break over time. It's like actually braided, so it should last longer. As you might just done the plastic, as I don't really use it. I usually use my laptop charger to charge my phone. But it's not that long. Here, I'll take it out the plastic so you guys can see how long it actually is. Let's see. So actually it's decently long. I'd say about like 3-4 feet long. But yeah, it's pretty long and it's braided, so it should last longer than any of the previous chargers that they have. And it is USB-C, as you can see on the bottom of the phone. It's a USB-C port, so you could charge it. And you have up to 50% charging when you have 20 watts or more adapter to charge it. So I'm pretty sure this charger does charge at 20 watts, if not more. Like I said, I usually use my computer charger, so I'm not sure if that's why it charges faster or if this would charge faster, but mine usually does charge pretty fast. I do have to tell you that. But then you have, so like I have all the facts written down already, so that's why I keep looking off to the side, because usually when I edit it, I won't have to like worry about you guys seeing me look off to the side to see the facts, but since it's live, I'll just be straight with you that I just usually just read off of this, and it has a water stain on it. But so it does have MagSafe charging. You could get a case for it. It does not like circle on the actual phone so you can see where it is, but there is a magnet inside. It's called a I forget what it's called. It's called magnet alignment, I believe. There's a so this MagSafe charger is like a circle. It'll magnetically connect to like on the back of watch. On the phone, it's kind of like Apple Watch, how it has, like, let me show you. Like on the bottom of Apple Watch, it has this circle right here, and the charger automatically will click to it because it's magnetic. It's basically the same concept. But so yeah, it does have 15 watts of MagSafe charging. So the charger has 20 watts, so I'm pretty sure it will charge slower when you're using MagSafe. But it also does have wireless charging as well. And I'm pretty sure you don't have to get a specific MagSafe charger to use the MagSafe feature, because I just have, my case is a glass ceramic case, and you can still use the MagSafe charging, so you don't need to specifically buy a MagSafe case for it, but some people do, but you could just charge it like this if that's how you wanted. But I would not recommend walking around with this phone without a case, because Even with the case on, actually, it still dents pretty easily. Like, I took my case off just to clean the inside of my case after a while. And it's not big dents. I won't, like, I've seen people say it cracks easily, it falls on carpets and breaks, but the only problem I have is, like, it has, like, two small little dents. Like, not this one, but my one that I'm recording on, it's the blue version. But if you take off the case, it's like a small dent here and a small dent there. Um, and yeah, so I don't really like that about it. Like, even this one right here, you guys probably can't tell through the camera, but there's actually a small dent, like, right there. So, it actually is pretty fragile. So, if you're wanting a more sturdier phone, I would recommend probably getting the 15 Pro or Pro Max. But yeah, I'll talk about those ones in a second. Because those do have titanium. This one is just infused colored glass. And this one's like, it feels kind of like paper. So it's really soft finish to it. But the color is like, it's like barely there. So majority of them, unless you get black, it just looks white. And it's like a hint of the color, so you could tell it's green just by looking at it. But if I just look like, especially the blue one. The blue one looks more like white than any of them. But then if you look on the side, then yeah, you could tell that's green right there and green right here. But yeah. It has the base model has 20 hours of video playback, and then it has 80 hours of audio, and then the plus version to go up to 26 hours of video playback and 100 hours of audio. So it does have all day battery life, and if it was just listening to audio like music, it could last up to 100 hours with the plus, and then up to 80 hours with the base model. So that's more than a day, but I'm pretty sure no one's just gonna listen to music all day, but yeah. Yeah, it's green. You can't really tell by looking at it, but yeah, it's green. The only part you could tell, like, if I put it close to the camera, you can tell, like, right there, this glass right here, that's green, but everything else just looks white. You could tell, like, the Apple logo, you could tell it's a little green, and if you turn it to the side, you could tell, it looks kind of more like silver to the side, but then this, like, little part right here, it looks green. And then, yeah, so you could tell in person, you could obviously just look at it and tell, like, it's green, but it looks pretty white even in person. And mine's is, oh, you thought it was light pink. I think, no, none of us have the light pink version, but all of them, just, like this part around, like the whole back, all this, if you go around, like the Apple logo and around that, all of them, no matter what color you have, except for black, it looks just white. Black, it doesn't have like the soft finish. It's more like a kind of like if you look at the screen like this, black. That's kind of what the back of the black one looks like. But yeah, so you can't really tell the colors there. Now, if you wanted a color one, you probably should get the titanium ones, because the titanium ones are pretty shiny, and it comes with different titanium finish colors for it. But yeah, like I said, it comes with the braided cord. So now let's talk about the camera on it. The camera for the Plus and the base model would be a 48 megapixel camera with, it has 3 zoom levels. So now you could like zoom more for all of them, and then it has, you got, obviously this is a main camera, and then this is a telephoto camera, and the ultra wide camera has the 3 zoom levels, and now you could turn your, I'm not sure if this is for the iPhone 15 or if it's just an iOS 17 update, but now you could just take regular pictures, and then later on you could edit it into like portrait pictures. You just go edit, and then you turn it to portrait. That way, like, it blurs like the background, and then you could also change the focus of the picture. So if like there's 2 people, you could change the focus to one person and make the rest look a little blurry and still see the other person, or you could like just switch between even after you take the picture. And video features is that you could shoot with the rear camera. You can shoot with the rear camera with the 2 times telephoto. And you have cinematic and action mode for like if you're doing like you wanted to film like a mini movie or like just like bike riding or anything like that. Action mode will like stabilize the camera so you won't see like bumping up and down. It'll just be like, even though you're going up and down, the camera looks like it's just still, but you can still see the up and down without actually having to vibrate the camera like that. And so that is a good feature. I haven't actually used it yet, but I've been looking to get another tripod, and now I definitely need one since I just broke this one like literally just now. So yeah, now I'm gonna need a new vlogging stick because I broke this one. But yeah, those, like, I'm not sure if anybody watched like the what was it, the Apple like video where they had like, it wasn't the actual like live stream that they did. It was like a short 8-minute clip that they had on their channel, but they had like a cool like vlogging stick, and they were like just talking about how like the video qualities. There's not really much. I mean, of course you can look at all the specs on their website, but there's not much different about the video and camera, especially not just talking about the regular just plus and that. But the Face ID is powered by the True Depth camera. So Face ID, that's like, if you look at this like small camera, I'm not sure if you can see it through like the camera, but let me see, it's right there. And usually if I was editing, I could like circle it with like a red dot so you guys could see, but it's live. You can see it a little bit. It's like right there. That's how you get. That's a True Depth camera. It's for your That's how Face ID works, and facial recognition. And that's how you get your front-facing photos, and you can do portrait mode with that. And now with that camera, it changes, and it's part of the dynamic island. And another thing they did with dynamic island is now it pops up your alerts that you need, and then it will show like live activities. They made a big deal out of it, but it's really just like, maybe it's because I had the iPhone 12 before I had the iPhone 15. But yeah, it's not really it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's different, obviously, but it's not really that big of a deal of why you would want to switch from, like, if you had the 14 and you want to looking into the 15, then it wouldn't be like that a big deal, because I'm pretty sure it's an update. Because the dynamic island, it is a new like feature, and it's live, so you can move it, which means they can't update it. So having it pop out bigger or showing your live activities, you wouldn't need to get the iPhone 15 for that. I'm pretty sure they could update it, and I'm pretty sure that comes with iOS 17. But yeah, another cool features that you have voice isolation when you make calls. So now if you're like in a busy area, say you're at like a parade or something, you can isolate your voice. That way, whoever you're talking to can only hear you, even though like you're in a like a big crowd, but they'll only hear you, and they wouldn't probably even know that you was in a big crowd. And you can change that. Other cool features it has is you have roadside assistance, and you have emergency SOS via satellite, so that is powered by satellites. And then you also have name drop, which is you could tap someone else's phone. Now this, whoever you're tapping the phone with, they would have to have iOS 17 in order to do that. But I have tried it, and it's pretty cool. It's like it's like airdropping basically. You can airdrop photos, not only your name. It's called name drop because the main focus was sharing your context. And the new updates for like the Apple Watch 8 you can do it with, and the Apple Watch 9. And that's with, I believe it's watchOS 10 and iOS 17. And so they would need those things, those updates in order to do that. But you could change contact posters. When people call you, you can change what they look like or how they see you. And you can change your regular photos into stickers. Like if like you know how your me emoji stickers. So now you can change any of your regular pictures into stickers that you can send to people, and like you could make them live photos. But that's just about everything with the 15 and 15 plus. Now I don't have the Pro and Pro Max to show you guys. It would be cool to have it in hand to show you guys, but oh snap, I almost dropped that. It would be cool, but I don't. But I do have some features, and it's not really much different. Of course, you could upgrade to have the better features like ray tracing with the iOS 17 Pro chip and all that stuff. But then there's a couple little things like it starts at $999. That would be the Pro. So 900, basically $1,000, $999 for the Pro, and that's not with the upgraded storage. So if you want to upgrade the storage, you'd be going over $1,000. And then the Pro Max starts at $1,900. Oh, not 1,900. It's 1,199. So $1,200. But again, that's just basic. If you wanted more storage, of course, you'd be going well over $1,200, which is a lot for a phone. But now the thing about that is $1,200. It sounds like a lot for a phone. So obviously, yes, if you was getting it just to have on your phone, scroll on social media, do like watch entertainment and stuff like that, play games, then I do recommend getting the 15 or the 15 plus. Now, if you wanted it as like your work phone, then I do recommend probably getting the Pro or Pro Max, especially because the Pro and Pro Max allows you the option, you can buy it with 1 terabyte of storage. So if you pair that 1 terabyte of storage with the camera, it makes it the perfect phone for especially content creators. So that would make it the perfect phone. You could literally record a whole movie on this phone and no one would realize unless you told them. So yeah. Now if you wanted that as a work phone, then you definitely probably should get the Pro or Pro Max. But if you want it as like you just a daily user phone, then you probably want the 15 or 15 Plus. Now some different features that the iPhone Pro and Pro Max does have is it has 23 hours of video playback. Now if you go back and look at um the Pro actually has less hours of video playback than the Plus. The Plus has 26 hours of video playback. And then the Pro is upgraded, but for some reason has 3 hours less than the Plus, which is kind of weird. And then it has 75 hours of audio playback, which again, that's less. That's even less than the just a regular, because it has 75 hours of audio playback, and the base model has 80, and then the Plus has 100. So you're spending more money but getting less hours of battery. So that is a bit weird. And then the Pro Max would have 29 hours of video playback, and then 95 hours of playback, which again, 95 is less than 100, which the Plus has. So again, you're upgrading, but for some reason you're getting less battery. So yeah, I find that a bit strange, but I mean, it's still a lot. All day battery life. Especially if you're just gonna use it for like videos or just audio, then that's at least 2 days of battery life without charging. No, I have had my phone for just 3 days without charging it, and it wasn't dead yet. So it couldn't last more than 24 hours. So that's not something you would have to worry about. Um, but the iPhone Pro and Pro Max charging it does take USB-C, but it's also powered for USB 3 fast charging, so it charges faster. And using USB 3, you can have you can use 20 times faster. Like if you're recording something, like I saw in the video on Apple's channel how they were recording movies. So if you're recording it as your main camera, like I said, if you're a content creator and you're using it to like record like actual videos, then the USB 3 fast charging can make it 20 times faster to send it to pro production, so you could actually like edit and all that other stuff that you would use it for. Now the camera, it has the same cameras as the Plus and base model, but on top of that, it has an additional 5 times telephoto. Oh, my screen's going dim. 5 times telephoto, and then it has advanced front-facing night mode and portrait mode. So like I showed you that small little camera. Um, where'd it go? It's right here. It's a small little camera. It has advanced for night mode, so you can take pictures in nighttime, which I guess on the 14 was a big problem with some people, not being able to take good nighttime photos, especially having like the glare of all the lights that be shining at night and neon lights and stuff like that. So they did upgrade it for the Pro and Pro Max to have better nighttime things, and then you have portrait mode. Now I'm not exactly sure how the portrait mode is advanced from just the regular 15 and 15 Plus to in order for you to get the Pro and Pro Max to have advanced. So I'm not sure exactly why would it be considered advanced, but that's what they claim. Now for video, it has ProRes 4K recording, which is why I said it'd be perfect for video content creators or people who wanted to make their own movies. It's perfect for doing that. And besides that, it comes in black, white, blue, and natural titanium finishes, which are, I do have to say, they look really nice. But then again, it really wouldn't matter if you're going to have a case on how it looks. But then again, the titanium is strong, so you wouldn't have to worry about those dents on your phone like you would on the regular 15 and 15 Plus. But I have heard some people say that it's a scam getting titanium because it still like breaks or whatnot and scratches easy. So I'm not exactly sure if that would be something you would be interested in, but I know it does look good and it is titanium, so it should last a lot longer. Um, Now, like I said, it does have the 1 terabyte storage option for those of you who want. They also have 512 gigabytes of storage, and they have 256, I believe. But if you're gonna use your phone for like work or like video content creator, I do suggest you probably should get the 1 terabyte. For someone who just wants to use it as a daily user, 1 terabyte is definitely way too much for just using it as your daily phone. I wouldn't see why you would need that much. But if you're gonna use it as a work phone, then I do suggest you should get 1 terabyte. But that's why I said if you want just a daily user phone, you probably should stick to the 15. Now if you want a bigger phone, but you still want to use it as a daily user, then you should get the 15 Plus, because the 15 Plus is 6.7 inches and it still has the same features as the base model 15. Now if you want to upgrade your phone for like work, then you should get the Pro. But if you want an upgraded phone for work, but you want it a bigger, then you should get the Pro Max, because it is 6.7 inches. Now I don't know why they do that. You have to pay an extra $100 just for a bigger phone, and then if you want an advanced version, you have to pay an additional $100 plus. You have to, so it goes from $799 for base model, and then for the plus, it's bigger, but it's the same as the base model. And then it goes from $899, and then you get from the $899 that you spend on the plus, you get, if you, after you upgrade that, you go to Pro after the plus. The Pro is smaller than the plus, and it costs $999. And then after the Pro, you get the Pro Max, which is bigger than the Pro, but the same size as the Plus, for $1,200. So I'm not sure why they did that. I think that's pretty weird, actually. But I mean, I guess nothing you can really do about that. Now the Pro and Pro Max do have this A17 Pro chip, which I guess basically it has everything that the A16 Bionic chip has, except it has ray tracing, which gives you immersive and realistic images when you're playing games. Now, I guess if you wanted to as a gaming phone, then yeah, you probably get the 16. You probably should get the Pro Max. One, because it's bigger. Two, because it has a 1 TB option. And three, if you're gonna game on it, you obviously want that A17 by Pro chip. That way you have ray tracing, because with that chip, you can play games that you could never play on mobile before. So games that you don't can play on consoles, now you can play on the phone too with that new chip. Me personally, I don't care too much about that, because if there's a game on a console, I'd rather have a controller and then playing mobile games. Now that's just me personally, but if you're a gamer and you want a gaming phone, then I suggest you probably get the Pro Max, just because it has the same things that the Pro has, but it's bigger. And if you're gonna be mobile gaming, you should have a bigger screen as you need, plus that storage. But yeah, and the last pretty decently cool thing, I guess, with the 15 Pro and Pro Max, is that it has the customizable action button. And the action button is like from the, as you probably know, the Apple Watch Ultra, and then they have the Apple Watch Ultra 2 this year. And they also made the Apple Watch Ultra 2 with a customizable action button. So now you can make it, like, you can make it turn on and off your flashlight. You can make it silence things. Like, you could, like, customize it to do literally whatever you want it to. But it still obviously silence your phones and your ringer. But yeah, that's just about everything. As you can see, I literally told you guys everything that I wrote down on this little notebook, front and back. So yeah, that's everything that I did a little research. So usually when I record my videos, I do research, write it down on that paper, and then I just show you guys. But yeah, so I guess that's it for my live review. I'm happy that I got to go live. But I wound up breaking. Let me show you guys. Because live, for some reason, won't let you do portrait mode, and I wound up trying to do. I mean, it won't let you go horizontal, so that's supposed to have 3 legs, and now it only has 2. Because I was trying to put it like this. I usually have to have it like this to do horizontal videos. But now I broke it, and now look, it won't even stand up. So yeah, I'm gonna have to buy a new. I have to buy a new tripod to record my videos. No, I literally just use that laptop right there to prop it up. This laptop, I had to prop it up like that to keep it up. But that's it for today's videos. Today's live stream. So I guess I'll catch you guys later, and I'll try to post more. And I've been a little busy lately, so I'll try to post like more shorts during the week, and I'll try to keep up with the videos. But that's all for today. Peace.